In this video, I want to find out what makes a better haze for a room, the Ulanzi Tiny Fog Machine or this can of atmosphere. Okay, I've been trying to make this video for a week now, and every time I start, well, something comes up and I fail. But I promise if you watch this video to the end, I will succeed, and I'll tell you a lot about this little fog machine, and I'll also tell you how to properly haze a room. Stick with me. Okay, so the first problem that I ran into was pretty much my fault. I ordered the unit without any batteries or fog juice. Yeah, apparently that's an option. I think it's for shipping overseas where you can't ship the battery, and the fog juice, I don't know why they didn't send fog juice. Now, I wasn't even able to order separate batteries from Ulanzi or even separate fog juice. They did give me a recipe for fog juice, but you know what? I'm a busy man and I'm not making that fog juice. But if you want that recipe, well, I'll put a link down below so you can make some fog juice. And that brings me to my next failure, day 2. Well, there you go. Fog juice. Thought it'd be bigger. All right, here are some batteries. These are 1865 batteries. They're got more milliamps than the ones that normally come. I think they're 2500. These are 3600. But I read somewhere that these should work. Let's see if they do. Oh, but when the batteries arrived, I found out that they were dead, so I had to recharge them first. So there went day 2. My next mistake was putting the batteries in backwards, so it didn't charge. Now, in my defense, these batteries are not marked plus or minus, and they don't have a little bump on them. So I really just kind of made my best guess as to what was plus and minus, and I guessed wrong. So, another day lost. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, let go. Come on. All right, I'm reading the manual. Okay, so it says this button here for 3 seconds. And there it is! Finally, I got it to turn on. Yeah, so far, I'm digging the atmosphere can. Just saying. Well, how bad is this? Actually, I'm coughing, but you know, it doesn't really do anything. They say it's odorless, but it kind of smells like Halloween. And then it took me a few more days after this to figure out exactly what I needed to do to get the most out of this unit. Okay, so yesterday when I got this out to film with it, well, the batteries were dead. I need a second set of batteries, so I ordered some on Amazon. Okay, so this time I got a battery charger so I can keep 2 batteries in the charger and 2 in the unit at all times and just keep swapping them out. Oh, and I decided to get a little more powerful batteries. These are 9,900 milliamps and they have a little button on the top so I can tell which is plus and minus. That's just a little too big. It puts a lot of pressure on there. Yeah, that's not... Okay, another lesson learned. Batteries with a little bump on them, they don't fit in here. Okay, I've ordered some other batteries, but they're going to take another week to get here. So, I'll just charge these up. See you tomorrow. And the fog is probably the most fun because you can put it inside of things, like the case, for example. And here again, think about contrast. With the lid up halfway, well, now it has a black background, and you can see it much better than when I open it all the way and it's up against my shirt, which has less contrast and is more cluttered. And if I want to see more smoke, well, I'll just turn off more of the background. Yeah, so a key element, contrast. Now let's talk about lighting smoke. Well, you can obviously light it from the front, but you can also light it from the side, and that gives quite a different look. This is off to the side a little in front, and this is off to the side a little in back. Further back you go, man, it just lights it right up. Yeah, got a lot of options in lighting fog, so mess around with it, see what you've got. And of course, you don't have to be super extreme. You can just add just a little light, and it makes a big difference. Oh, and this is the Amaran Ace 25C, a fantastic little light that I just did a video about. You can watch that right over here, but watch it when we're done because I'm going to get to that hazing the room part real soon. And with the light off to the side, well, you have a lot of control, especially if you have a colored light, and you can make the smoke any color that you would like without affecting the talent. Yeah, pretty awesome. Oh, and this little shaft of light right here, well, this is what we call haze. We wouldn't be able to see it if these little particles weren't in the air. Here, I'm going to open the door and blow out the haze, and I'll show you the difference. So now, with the room cleared of all dust, well, you don't see the light. Yeah, it's there, but you don't see it. That's because there's nothing in the atmosphere. So a fog machine is perfect for just smoking the room and getting the haze that you saw earlier. But now let's see if we can get some haze out of the atmosphere can. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so tip number 1 for hazing a room, that's turning off the air conditioning or any fans, because we want it to be as dead in here as possible. And then just go to town, because you can see that it's moving around here, right? But that's not enough. We need to be able to get it where it sits in the entire room, and pretty much the entire room, because it needs to sit everywhere. Yeah. So more is better. Now, once we get it done, we're going to have to sit there and wait for it to calm down, because right now it's moving around as if it were a smoky room, and we don't want that. But not too much time, otherwise it goes away. Yeah, it's a little tricky. So for hazing a room, these cans are actually very convenient, but they're not very versatile, because what they do is do this. It's kind of cool, but it's not everything that this can do. So let's compare the haze from the can with the haze from the Ulanzi unit. Yeah, about the same. This is a lot more efficient, but this can do a lot more, including smoke and that dry ice sort of look. Which would I rather have? Well, probably this, because come on, it's electronic, it's a toy, I love it, and even though it's kind of a pain in the butt, it does some really cool things. Well, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. Oh, I better get that. Yeah, it's Halloween. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and YouTube thinks that you would like that video right over there. So give it a shot. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.